Hey y'all, how we doing? So, it's Saturday night and I'm bored. So, I'm going through the Googler because I've run out of true crime podcasts to listen to. So I start, just researching things because I'm obsessed and I can't stop. So I came across this story of 10-year-old Zion Staples from Rock Island, Illinois. And yeah, let's just get into it. So on July 26, 2023, police have served a search warrant for the home of Sushi Staples, who was 37 at the time. Police got the warrant after getting a call from DCFS from a neighbor because Sushi had made some comments back in December and prior to that about her son not being there for Christmas and just some other weird comments. It kind of sat weird with the neighbor because she knew that Zion was only 10, and even after this point she hadn't seen the boy, so she wasn't really sure what had happened. So originally Sushi had 8 children. In over 10 years, DCFS had been called on Sushi for a few times. I don't even know how many. There's no account that it gives like an exact number of. But she'd been called for allegations of child abuse, child neglect, and 3 of her children had already been removed and placed with other family members prior to this happening. The 5 remaining children supposedly lived in the house, so there was Zion and 4 sisters. When the police went to the home to search, they had asked Sushi about Zion. Sushi claimed that she never had a child named Zion, that they could be mistaken, that maybe it was a neighbor kid, because DCFS, again, had been called prior about this Zion child, right? And she's like, well, no, I think it was maybe a neighbor boy or something. And they're like, why would DCFS call or get called on for you about a neighbor kid? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So Sushi continued denying that she ever had a son named Zion. She didn't know anybody named Zion. That it was completely crazy. She only had her 4 daughters. So while she's talking to the officers, other officers are clearly searching the house, right? So one of the officers comes to her because they had found a social security card that had Zion Staples' name on it. So again, the officer were like, hey, like, who's Zion? We know you're lying. We know that there's a Zion. Where is Zion? And she's like, no, there's no Zion. So this is what happened. So I know somebody who makes false documents, and I had them make up a fake social security card because I wanted to claim more benefits, and yada, 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 yada. The cops still aren't buying it, right? But she continues to just say that there's no Zion. She made it up. She's just claiming benefits. She's just getting welfare for this kid. And so at that point, the police detain her for admitting to fraud, right? Because we're still going to search your house, but now you're saying that you're committing welfare fraud. So the officers continue the search, and they're kind of smelling like cleaning chemicals and stuff in the house. Then they get to the garage, and they find a metal trash can that's kind of in the corner, kind of underneath the shelf type thing. So they open up this metal trash can, and in there they find 10-year-old Zion Staples. Mind you, nobody had seen Zion since December of 2022. This is now July of 2023. This baby was in that trash can for 7-8 months. When they found Zion, he was only wearing a pair of Spider-Man pajama pants. Sushi's arrested. The other children are taken in to be placed with child welfare until family member, somebody can come get them. When Sushi was questioned and the daughters were questioned, they stated that Zion had shot himself. The coroner's report listed, however, that it was not natural or it was a suspicious death, which could still be, yes, he shot himself. But I have so many questions around how this could happen. I know that accidents do happen. I know that there are plenty of cases where children have actually accidentally shot themselves or accidentally been shot by another child. However, those crimes are typically reported and the body's not just hidden in a garbage can in somebody's garage for 8 months. So a little suspect there, if you ask me, Sushi. Just my opinion. It's a little odd. So then, after Zion shot himself, Sushi had her other 4 daughters help her remove the carpet and replace the carpet. So she's getting rid of all the evidence and having her 4 daughters assist her in this. That's disgusting. That's disgusting number 2. Sushi claims she never reported the death of 10-year-old Zion because she needed to keep getting the benefits because, you know, it's hard out here for a pimp, right? So here's the deal, Sushi. Get a job. Try that. Works for most of us. Anyways, officers then asked Rock Island Middle School, you know, why they hadn't reported anything about Zion not being there. They find out that none of Sushi's children had been enrolled in school, so they couldn't report an absence. They didn't know that these kids even existed. Sushi Staples was originally charged with 4 felonies. Failure to report the death of a child under 13, concealment of a death, obstruction of justice, and child endangerment, not to mention the fraud charge that she was going to get for admittedly saying that she was claiming benefits for a child that was deceased. Sushi pled guilty to endangering the life of a child, and apparently that was all the DA needed because they dropped the other 3 felony charges. They sentenced Sushi to 2 years. 2 years. 2 years in prison and 6 months supervised release. How is that okay? A 10-year-old boy was found deceased 8 months after the fact in your garage. There's no evidence of foul play. There's no evidence that she did anything. My opinion is my opinion, and I think there's a lot more to this story than what's been told. Because I don't know how any mother that really cares for their child and doesn't want harm against them could just be like, oh shit, well, he died. Let's keep getting benefits anyway. You know, money can't be that tight to be that heartless. I don't care who the fuck you are. So, I don't know if you guys have heard this story. I just came across it. I'd never heard it before now. And to be honest, crimes against children are hard, right? They're hard for everybody, but, you know, murder should never happen, but a crime against a child, to me, is just so much worse. To top it off, this woman gets out in 2 years, and she's getting her other 4 kids back. Not okay, and something needs to be done about it. Rock Island, Illinois, y'all need to work on your justice system, because I don't feel like Zion's getting justice. Even if it was accidental, 8 months in a garbage can is worth a lot more than 2 years.